Sanbolani Molweni, and welcome back to my channel. To my returning subscribers, hellos. To my new subscribers, hellos. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are good. For those who don't know me, my name is Unati Kwali, aka and as you can see by the title, is it a story time? Yeah, it's a story time of how I got dating advice from a nigga. Like how I got dating advice from a man. And I held that advice dear to my heart because, I mean, coming from a guy, it was like he gave me real facts. So if you've watched my previous video before this one, the story time about the nigga that gave me princess treatment just to dribble me, the nigga that was a serial cheater, we obviously have a background story. So if you didn't watch that video, please do watch it. I'll put it here, somewhere here, for you to watch it. Okay. So yeah, when I was going through the most with Mark, I got advice. I was literally like asking random people. I also have my tea here because I was just going through the most, and the only way I deal with stuff is through talking about it. So I approached this one guy that I know, and I asked him. Oh, and I showed him the screenshots. Remember, I told you that Mark was having these conversations with his friend, where his friend was sending me pictures of multiple women, and was telling Mark, "But okay, I sleep with this one. The next week I'm sleeping with this one." Wah. And Mark was just eating it up, and Mark saying, "I'm a fucking player." Yeah. So I sent the guy the screenshots, and I sent him the screenshots, and he asked me, how old is this guy? And I told him he's 30 years old. And he was like, 30-year-old men that reason like this? Like, that's weird. And he said, Unati, have we ever spoken about standards? And I'm like, standards? I don't remember us having a conversation about standards. And he said, that's right. Don't lower your standards. Don't lower your standards for anybody. And to be quite honest, I understood exactly what he meant. By standards, he did the damn fly. By standards, he didn't mean by standards. So, okay, this guy, I'm only gonna go after guys that drive this. By standards, he meant that what is important to me in a relationship, I should not. When someone doesn't do, what I want to be done in a relationship, I should have standards whereby I'm not going any further with that person. If that person cannot do this, while I know this, let's say loyalty is important to me. If a person cannot be loyal to me, me as being a person of having standards means that if someone falls short of loyalty, then I should be able to cut them out of my life. That's what he meant. And that literally stuck with me because if you notice, guys, one thing about men, they don't lower their standards for anybody. For instance, if a guy says he wants a lady with no child, he's not going to settle for a lady with no child. I mean, he's not going to settle with the lady who has kids. If a man says he likes, for instance, he likes women about bejai, a man is not going to settle for a woman abang apechi. Like men, like literally, they got this standard thing all figured out, honey. We're the only ones who'll compromise, who'll accept bare minimum for a nigga. Yabo, that's what the nigga told me. What Unat have we spoken about standards? And I was like, I don't remember us speaking about his standards. And he said, never lower your standards for anybody. That's what he said. And I held that dear to my heart. Like now, if a person is coming into my life and I first ask what morals or what values or what is important to me in a relationship, and what morals and what characteristics do I like from a person? What am I willing to what is this word? What am I willing to accept and what am I not willing to accept? Yabo. All of those things that are important to me, what am I willing to compromise for and what am I willing not to compromise on? Yabo. And and if a person like comes, like for instance, I don't like someone that is like rude, yabo, There's one thing that I'll never compromise on. Like, if you're rude to other people, bro, it's bye, it's chai, it's bye-bye. Yeah, but I want someone that's kind-hearted. So if you're gonna be a bully and whatnot, and you're gonna bully other people, but gonna treat me right, I won't tolerate that. Yeah, but I won't tolerate that. So that's what the nigga said to me. And another thing that I also wanted us to speak about is, child, I'm sipping on rooibos tea. Another thing I wanted us to talk about is us, especially like black ladies, how we often think that when a guy is buying you things, it means he loves you. Like, I recently learned with my relationship with Mark that a guy can do like material things for you and still treat you like, and still be like playing you, you know? Like, I wish we could dismantle this idea that, especially as black women, because it's what we grew up to, that when a nigga loves you, he should like show up with material things for you. Like, yeah, but because with what I learned with Mark was doing everything like material wise, buying me dresses, you know, all those gestures. I think is what when someone loves you, is how they show it. But he wasn't loyal, communication was not there. Yeah, but all those things, he wasn't loyal, communication was not there. All the other things that make a relationship, the only thing that he was acing was this. Yeah, but and because for me, I thought that's the only way a person shows you they love you. Or if a nigga is like, if a nigga loves you, he's gonna buy you stuff. No, like a person can buy you stuff just to win you. Like if he knows like material things are important to you, yeah, but he's gonna use it to his advantage. Niggas are very sneaky. He's gonna fuck up, and then the next thing he wants to buy you a watch. Do you get my point? And now, because you grew up thinking that if a guy loves you, he must show up for you with material things, you're gonna be confused, because you're gonna be like stuck in between, because you're gonna look at his action and think, but this guy is very doing some sneaky stuff, and then you're gonna look for and then you're gonna this other side, you're gonna see what he's doing for you, and you're gonna be confused. You're not gonna know where he stands and where you stand with him. Yeah, bro. So that's one thing that I've learned. Yeah, bro. That's one thing that I've learned. Yeah, bro. Like, material things should just be a cherry on top. Yeah, but they shouldn't be like what drives a relationship. Do you get my point? I don't know if I'm making sense. But they should not be what drives a relationship. Should not be what drives a relationship, honey. Yeah, but you should be able to be comfortable in someone's presence, able to be like yourself around someone. You should be like, that person should be like the first person you think of when you're going through something, because you know that you guys can talk and all that, and you trust them, you know? Pardon me, and you trust them. You shouldn't, like, if a guy is out and you out here thinking, oh, I wonder what is he up to now, because he has created like trust issues in the relationship. Yeah, bro. You should never have to doubt yourself in a relationship. Yeah, bro. So that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say, baby. I hope I made sense. I hope I made sense, because sometimes I'll be being child, like I be talking too much and not making sense. But I hope I made sense. And if I made sense, please comment down below. Comment down below. So yeah, I'll see you on my next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you on my next one. Bye.